Hi guys, it's Renee from Sisters Thrift, Michigan. I am here at the Goodwill Bin. I am in Granville, Michigan on Prairie Street. I have the day off today, so I'm going to go in and see what I find. I'm going to take you along as much as I can, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to work the camera and look at the bins and fight off all the people around me because it's crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely show you the haul at the end. I'll try to get a couple videos inside just of the action there, and then I'll make sure that you see everything that I found. Couple tips: bring gloves. There's oftentimes something that gets broken glass in there. There's sometimes things spilled on clothing. If you're rooting around in there, you just don't want to dig in there with your bare hands. At least I don't. Don't touch anybody's carts. Make sure that you're respectful of other people's space because it is close and there are a lot of people grabbing at things. There's resellers who make their living there, and they definitely dominate sometimes, but they're there every day and I'm just there for one. So I tend to come at night, and it's a little different at night, but I'm just going to take you along today and we'll see what we find. It is 9:22. I've been here since 8 o'clock. I'm going to give you a view of my cart. This place is pretty busy this morning, but not too bad, not as busy as it is at night. So here's my cart so far. It's my glove sitting on top. Most of this is clothes that I'll probably eliminate, but I did reach in and there was I thought this was kind of interesting. The finish on it, flipped it over, and it's Hager pottery. So that was a cool find. That's something I'll definitely take home. Found some cute little ribbon that Ladybug for a present. That's kind of fun, new in the thing. I also found these. These look really yucky for baking, but these little buns make really good sorters, and I like to put bracelets and jewelry in them. I have a bunch of them in my closet. Sorry, pick them up when I see them so that I can use them for sorting. So that's kind of fun. We'll see if this comes home. This was a real leather jacket. It's not super high quality, but I mean, obviously brand new, never been worn. So we'll see. I'm going to try it on and try on some of the other stuff, and I'll let you know what I find. There's kind of a view of the place. There's lots going on here, and we'll see what we find. If you have a Hello Kitty fan, you too can have a cake plate for almost free. This was a cool little thing. I don't have anybody. I have all boys, so this is not coming to my house, but I thought it was fun. I also found 2 of these frames. They were in perfect condition. They just need hangers on the back. I don't have any place for them, but I'm still debating on them, so I think they're kind of cool. I also found this really cute basket. It's got wooden handles. I'm kind of interested in it. I don't know what I would really need it for, but it'd be nice in the garden. So I also found this cute little handmade deer. He's very, very cute. Perfect condition. Sniff test. He smells pretty good. I'll clean him up even more. I also found this little llama. It was very cute. Also cleaned, very nice. And a really big basket. It's lined. It does need to have the lining clean, but it looks like it's in terrific shape. So that's going to be a really cool addition because I definitely always need storage. Decided to try on the leather jacket, but I'm going to tell you, it is a little too small. It's a large, so it's going to go back, but it could have been a good buy for sure. It was really kind of cute. Okay, I also found a nice rug. It's pretty big. That's kind of my color scheme, but I definitely have too many rugs, so I looked it over. It's not something that I'm dying to have, but I thought it was nice for, picking it up here. Okay, I've already expressed my love for Tommy Hilfiger. I'm going to try to show you this. This is a Tommy just a V-neck, a lightweight sweater in olive. The color doesn't look as good on the screen, but I'll show it to you at home. I found a denim dress. It's Peyton and Parker. I looked it up, and it says it's a Dillard, so it's a longer denim. At first I thought it was a denim shirt, so I'll show that to you too, and I think that's a good find. We'll bring it home and see if it fits. I also found new with tags in the bins, a lilac bloom. It's a dress. You cannot see it here because, you can't, but it looks really cool. So here's a look at my cart right now. I'm still debating on those frames. Got a bunch of storage stuff, and there are all my clothes, and found a really great comic book for one of my grandsons to color. So that's it so far. I'm going to take one more round and maybe see if they put some stuff out. I saw something in the back room that was coming out that I may want to look at. So that's kind of where they stage everything and then they pull it all out. This is the way it looks in here. So not too bad of a day at the bins. We'll keep looking for a little while longer. Okay, so here's the final cart. I'll show you it all when we get home. This little figurine so reminded me of my grandma's art back in the day. Okay, guys, I just made it out of there by the skin of my teeth. There is always something happening there. There was a argument while I was in line. There were a couple of bikes. A couple guys went over and were trying them out. And as one man was sitting on the bike, a lady walked up and swiped the tag off of it. Typically, if you have the tag, that rules over like somebody who has the actual merchandise on something that's big. However, everyone that was in line with me saw her do this, and when he went up to pay for the bike, the lady then was yelling in line that it was hers and that she had the tag. And that got everybody around me riled up, and so it was really interesting. The man ended up walking out with the bike. I think she gave up. There were too many people who had seen it and told her that was disrespectful. But anyway, the bins are a place of respect. Hopefully, definitely there's honor among the people there, and they definitely will stick up for you if they see something that is done wrong. But anyway, it's always interesting. So I'm gonna head out and I will show you the haul when I get home. Okay, friends, I'm back with the haul, the portion of the haul from the Goodwill Bins that I did this morning. I am here with the stuff, not the clothes, but the stuff. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. You've seen most of this already, so I'll be quick about it. I picked up a coloring book for my grandson. He will love that. I also picked up a really cool Saturday Evening Post from 1963. It had some interesting headlines, including one that said, "I smoke because I like to smoke, a poetic speaking out of Ogden Nash." It also had all these people who were sunbathing in the Caribbean. And then in the back, definitely people smoking. So kind of funny, kind of interesting. I just couldn't pass it by. And when you see how much I paid for it at the end, you'll also understand why. I mean, it's just crazy. So couple things for the grandkids, or three. This little thing, I'm going to surprise them and suction it on the window and just have it bug them because they like to do that. One's 3 and one is 1.5 and one is 1. So it's kind of just a fun thing to throw there. They just like to play with stuff like that. You saw the cute little deer. He is adorable. He is going to be something probably for a gift for someone, just part of a package. So I just thought he was really, really cute. Also found this guy, the little alpaca. He's super soft. And as you saw at the sniff test, it was a good winner. So those are the things for the grandkids. I had a couple ceramics that I picked up in the first round. This was Ray Dunn. I think it probably had it. Well, you can tell it had some pots on it, and because you can see where they were. It was at Marshall's. It's a $19.99. My guess is that came with the pots probably at the time, but that's okay. I like it for putting other pots on and just being able to let them drain. So that's something that I really like. You also saw my Hager pottery piece. It had been $5.99 at Goodwill. Nobody picked it up. I love to pick up pottery. I will show you sometime in my kitchen. This is off my color palette, but it's also something that I would like to have for fall. So it's going to be awesome. That is something that I'm really excited about. You saw these? This is a little to put on a gift for a little girl. And I have a couple of those in not my grandchildren, but my chosen grandchildren. I also found this cool pen. It works still. I rubbed it out on my hand and it worked. So I just picked that up. I found this brass easel. It was very nice. I found it like the very first thing that I picked up when I came in. So I don't think it's real brass, but I really liked it. I love the look of it. I love how they elevate some pictures and just give you a different look. So that I picked up. This, I gave you a little tutorial on what I like to do with them, so I won't bug you with that further. But I picked this up and I'll throw it in the dishwasher and we'll run it through and just use it in my closet. Then I found the basket. I ended up picking it up. I couldn't pass it by with the wooden handles and how pretty it was. I just thought I'd make a cute gift basket or something. So that'll be in my stockpile. Also picked up the couple frames. I couldn't leave those off. I'm going to figure out some project and I'll update you when I do. I just really like those and I thought they were in great shape. I didn't want to see them getting broken at the bins. So I also picked up this very large basket with a liner that just needs a little wash. I will use that I can use organizing all the time. I really like the dark tones on it. It goes with my home. So that can be used. It's nice to even have just a place to throw toys into or something like that. So I also picked up this, after I paid for all of that and went out, I ran back in because they had a new rotation. I ended up with one thing. And that's okay because I didn't mind waiting in line again. It was a shorter line. And I wasn't sure what this was exactly. I still am not sure exactly. I'm going to keep looking into it. It was a piece of pottery. It's a little bit, it needs a really good wash. It has 4 drainage holes. So I looked up and this Van Pelt is a potter. And she does like berry bowls and things like that. So I'm not exactly sure what this one was meant to be. I will figure out a really good use. I do like the color. It's kind of interesting. And again, I usually am a green person, deep green, but I like to incorporate a couple little other colors in, and especially when I'm cooking or having entertaining, this would make an interesting pot for to use for something like that. So we'll show you what I end up using it for. But for now, this I thought was a great buy, and I spent like $3 on it. So that was my Goodwill haul of the goods. Next up is going to be the clothing, and I'll try them on for you. Hello, friends. We are back for the clothing portion of my haul from Goodwill Bins today. So I started with, I found a sweater. It is not an expensive one. It's Falls Creek. It was a large, extra large, and that was just the size that I could use for this season. I really liked the way it looked. So this was kind of a nice natural cotton, and sometimes I'm not afraid of buying a brand just for the look of it for now, especially when it's at the bins. if I find something more expensive or something that, is a higher quality, I can always replace it. But for now, this is a really good option for me for summer into fall. Next thing I found was a Tommy Hilfiger, here's the little emblem, sweater that was kind of taking me from summer into fall. It's lightweight. It has kind of a little detail on the sleeve that was cute. At first I thought it was a men's, but it is a women's, it looks like. And so I thought this is a good one to transition right into fall. This sweater is called Pure Knits. It had a cool little collar. I liked all the detail on it. It had has a little button here that I really liked. This was in the bins also, so it was a win. Okay, I am a hesitant shopper of dresses as well as a hesitant shopper of anything with stripes like this. However, when I saw this, I thought it was a shirt. It was Tommy Hilfiger again. It had this little H on here. I loved the red, white, and blue, and so I picked it up. When I got it home, I realized it's a dress, and so I still will hang on to it. Definitely need to whittle this down just a little bit, but it's still a win because I love his stuff. I'm going to throw on a jacket that I also found. I am not familiar with this brand. I think it's maybe something from QVC. I'm not familiar with the brand, but I think it's off of QVC. It's a white denim snap jacket. I'm not sure. It said size 12. I can't imagine this is a 12 because it's big on me. That's not normal. So it still was really cute. I liked it for the money. It had big white or silver snaps on it. It's Denim Company. I'm not sure. Again, that I'm just not a brand I'm familiar with, but I just looked at it and thought it was something fun that I would like to try out. Again, this was also something I misjudged. It's called Peyton and Parker. It is a dress. I thought it was a long shirt. I didn't really look at it that well. It is something that I've looked at a lot of denim dresses, and this one it fits okay. It's just a little snug, but I am going to hang on to this. I'm going to continue to work toward making it fit a little better, but I am not disappointed. This was sold at Dillard's, or the brand is, and so I really liked it. I felt like it was something that I could incorporate, especially in the fall, put on some cute little boots or something with it, and hang out with that. So I really like it. I'm not disappointed at all. So thumbs up on that one. I picked up for my daughter, and whether this will fit her, it might be too big. I had thought it might fit me, but it definitely does not. It's called Lilac Bloom. It had new with tags. It's a kind of a purpley gray dress, sleeveless, and it has pockets. It's cute. I figured if she wanted it, she could have it. It would be something she could belt and maybe make a little smaller. So thought that was a cute little purchase for her. I also found for myself, this is a St. John's Bay. For some reason, I'm drawn to their stuff. I find things all the time that are their patterns that I really like. I loved this red, white, and blue. It's a flannel. It's a men's flannel. And I loved it's big, it's roomy. I thought in the fall it would be something cute to layer. And I just really like the colors on it. It's something I picked up for myself, not really for my husband, but for me. And then I did get two things for him. And I'll show you those. And then I'll share my receipts. So I found these shorts. And my husband likes cargo shorts. These are They're an old brand, Route 66. I remember them. I don't even know. They might have been Kmart. But they had adjustable sides with kind of a camo. They're in a camo green color, olive green. I love that color. These definitely had some wear on them, but I thought they were cool. They were definitely something that I thought would be up his alley if they fit him. If they don't, I don't know, they could fit me. But I just thought they were very cool and something that I would give a go to. So anyway, that was for him. And then my last thing that I got, it was new with tags. And this was for my husband also. It had new with tags, Tommy Bahama. It has, this is the tag on it. So I think it was discounted at some point from the $128, but literally brand new, beautiful hoodie. Zippers work perfectly. So Tommy Bahama for him. And I was really pleased with that one. That was my silver tuna for sure out of all this stuff. But I will get you my receipt. Okay, so I will give you the address so that you have it here. It's the Outlet Goodwill Outlet in Grandville. It is at 3035 Prairie Street Southwest, Grandville, Michigan. And I went through, this is my first receipt. So this would be everything but that last piece of glass, of pottery that I found. All of my glassware, which were a few pieces there, cost $1.92. My wares, which would be the other things, were $6.06. So that would be the frames, the basket, all the other littles that I had in there, the big basket, that was $6.06. The textiles that were in there, so this would be the clothing, everything that I had was $16.48. And then the outlet books, so my Spider-Man, or my comic coloring book, and the Saturday Evening Post magazine were 44 cents. Because I'm a senior citizen, they do discount everything by a little bit. I think it's 10% for a senior. So my whole total came up to $26.39 for all of those clothes, everything. $26.39. So I can't even imagine only paying that, especially when we got that Tommy Bahama with the tags. I mean, that would have been one of those items, but I had how many others that I found along the way. So I think the bins are a great, fun place to go to spend some time. They definitely are challenging in that you have to be very aware of your surroundings and other people and be respectful. And that would be the thing I'd most emphasize, is that sometimes people's livelihood is at stake and they feel threatened, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But for somebody who's just walking in there and just, looking for themselves, it is a great way to thrift some clothes in a very cheap way. It's a little harder because you can't try it on. Although I have seen people who wear in exercise shorts and like a tank top, and they're tiny people and they just flip it all on, and it doesn't matter. But for me, that's a little harder. I definitely try to do like a try on of jackets, things like that. But it's really harder on things like this dress where you aren't able to like strip it down and take off whatever layer you have on. But I would say the more I try and the more things I try on, the better I know my sizes. If it's a vintage Hilfiger, it's definitely going to have to be a little bit bigger, like that olive green sweater. That was a bigger sweater than even the dress that I tried on, which fit in an extra large. The other one was a double XL, and that was much bigger. size-wise, but it was not that large on me. So definitely just, try on more things and learn your sizes. And as you purchase things there, if you can try them on, that's a great way to eliminate a few things. But if you can't, then you're taking a chance on a few dollars. So you can always gift it back. So I hope you enjoyed the content today. I hope you like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time. Happy thrifting.